for Friday Night Flights. Now, here's Sports Director Bruce Rader.
It was a perfect night for high school football. Rain, mud, the type of night a player will remember forever. So will the fans. Loyal fans, true to their schools, sitting through it all, cheering their sons, neighbors, and schoolmates regardless of the score. For the first time all season, teams get down and dirty, so grab a towel and dry off. Friday Night Flights starts now. I'm Bruce Rader. We are now well into the second half of the season. All the games are big games as teams jockey for playoff spots. And we begin with the big game on the peninsula to soggy Darling Stadium in Hampton. Bethel's main goal tonight was to stop this man running back, Marshawn Williams from Phoebus, who's committed to Virginia Tech. Bethel didn't do a bad job keeping him in check, and both teams scored a play to a scoreless first quarter while the fans kept their umbrellas handy. The Phoebus Phantoms started rolling in the second quarter thanks to Williams and also thanks to their sophomore quarterback, Terrence Tolliver. Bethel can't bring him down. Tolliver stretches for the goal line. They say he's in. Phoebus has the game's first touchdown. It was only a matter of time, though, before Williams got going. Number 42 puts the shoulder pads down. Midway through the second quarter, bursts in for a touchdown. Williams rushes for 213 yards. It's the fourth time he's rushed for over 200 yards this season. Phoebus gets the win, 35-7. Undefeated Ocean Lakes down at the beach, one of the top teams in the state, taking on 4-1 Cox in this Beach District game of the week. How tough is Ocean Lakes? Watch running back Brandon Simmons. He started the day with 10 touchdowns and takes this one right into your living room for a 49-yard touchdown for Brandon Simmons. And quarterback Churchy Harrell, well, he's looking for 1,000 yards passing this season. He began the night with 15 touchdowns. He will find one of his favorite receivers, Mike Alston, a 45-yard pass as the Cox defense brings Alston down at the 5-yard line. Now, Jason Lewis started the night with 9 touchdowns. He finds the end zone. I mean, really, can anybody at the beach beat Ocean Lakes? An impressive win over a very good Cox team tonight, 31-6. Now, the game of the week in the Eastern District, a showdown. Undefeated Churchland hosting the state champions from Lake Taylor, the Churchland Truckers in black, but the Titans say the truck stops here. That was wide receiver Nairi Quinterly coming up with a big interception. The defense shows they are big, and that Lake Taylor offense, they're also just as good, led by Shaheen Johnson on the keeper, 25 yards all the way to the corner for the touchdown. Marquise Poole, he runs up the middle here for another touchdown, 35 yards for the score. The defending state champions from Lake Taylor looking for another district title as Marcus Hawkins will break free. The Titans hand Churchland its first loss of the season, 55-6. And joining us this week on Friday Night Flights, meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And boy, this has been a busy week for the wavy weather staff.
Very busy week, and only fitting that I'm doing it tonight when the weather wasn't.
Yeah, how did it feel?
Wasn't so great.
Now you see how we feel.
It was not a great night weather-wise for football, but we did see some really good action at Churchland, where we went to our first stop there. And one of our stops, that big game at Churchland, was between the Truckers and the Lake Taylor Titans. Churchland, it's been off to its best start in 50 years. So did the rain turn people away? Well, despite the rain, the cheerleaders still showed their trucker pride. Tonight was senior night, and you can see they enjoyed throwing the footballs out to the crowd, and the Churchland band showed up in full force as well.
I would say the turnout for tonight, usually it's a lot more crowded. The spectators on our side are usually right up to the band. I think a lot of it is supporting the football team as well as the seniors. That's how packed it is for Churchland to support our team because our team's been winning.
Now, tonight is senior night, so what does that mean for you ladies?
Just recognition of us during the spring sports. Yeah. So, yeah, it's nice to be recognized because the cheerleaders don't really get recognized for much.
We're recognizing you right now. There you go. All right, and even though they lost, they still put up a good fight.
Yes, they did. What a great game. What a great year for Churchland. Now, in Chesapeake, the Southeastern District game of the week was a battle between two longtime rivals in Chesapeake, and that's where Great Bridge and its high-power offense took on Western Branch and the Bruins' tough running game, a great rivalry. Western Branch 4-1 going in, and again, in the rain, special teams are very important, Tiffany, as Alex Taylor, watch this, will take the opening kickoff back in his own end zone. And how much do we love playing plays like this on Friday Night Flights? Wow. Look at this. This touchdown was the only points of the first half over 100 yards. How about that?
It's pretty nice in the rain and the mist, too.
That's right. Great Bridge also ran hard on this wet night. The Wildcats have already run for over 1,000 yards this year. Jalen Taylor, one of the reasons, and then Jacob Wilson will walk it in to tie the game. But the Brewers from Western Branch, also with well over 1,000 yards on the ground, ran just a little bit harder tonight. And after last week's 55-point showing, will they beat Great Bridge tonight? 28-14. Now, Hampton, one of the most successful teams in the nation over the years, taking on Denby at Todd Stadium. They took an early 7-0 lead, but Denby, who had lost 24 straight time to the Crabbers, just had a feeling this was this year. They came up with a big fourth down stop after giving up that fumble. The Patriots then drive 95 yards, convert a fourth down and 15. Patrick Alston trots in for an easy touchdown, and the game is tied. Now, Patriots quarterback Terrence Dingle goes to work in the second quarter, and oh, look at that. That was just such an easy run. And Dingle is going to rifle the ball. Watch this arm right to Jaquan Jenkins in the end zone for a touchdown. Hampton did provide, though, the highlight of the game. You got to watch this. This is great. Watch Quillen's pass. It's tipped. Taquan Wilkins stays with it. How about that for a one-handed grab? But for the first time in 24 games, and only the third time in like 40 or 50 years, Denby beats Hampton 35-13. The 4 Hampton losses, the most in Mike Smith's illustrious coaching career. In Norfolk, Norview trying to snap its 3-game losing streak. The Pilots on the road against a good Maury team who would navigate better through all this rain. We're going to pick it up in the third quarter. Maury up 14-7 in navy blue. Russell Barcliffe up the right sideline, 30 yards, but he steps out of bounds. He wouldn't make that mistake again. They're just going to give him the ball, and he's going to find the end zone. That makes it 21-7 Commodores. Now, on to the fourth quarter. After an interception deep in Norview territory, Devon Perry will hit Elston Haley with a 16-yarder in the end zone for the score. They make the 2-point conversion as Perry will hit Derek Wilder, this time right there. That's good for 2, 29-7. Maury with the win over Norview. It was a very special night at Norcom High School tonight as the Greyhounds hosted Granby, and Norcom celebrated its 100th anniversary and homecoming. And back for the Norcom Greyhounds, running back Charles Wiggs, their star. But wet fields normally mean low score, so the name of this game was defense. Look at Marquise Harvey taking down Granby's quarterback, and then he's going to, how about play to the crowd a little bit? Yeah, I got that one. But this low-scoring affair would be won by the Norcom special teams, who blocked a punt in the end zone for a safety, and Norcom keeps its 4A playoff hopes alive, improving to 5-1 with the win over Granby. And still to come, we're going to check in with the Bay Rivers District, including what looks like the team to beat, the Lafayette Rams.
And it's back to the beach, where it was an extra special night out at Tallwood High School.
Don't go away. Bruce and Tiffany will be right back with Friday Night Flights.
The Marching Phantoms of Phoebus High School, under the direction of James Stanley, they're the Friday Night Flights Band of the Week.
And you can see their entire performance on wavy.com, where you will also find slideshows, the top 10 best high school football plays of the week. And if you want to remember your favorite game, we also have all of the past editions of Friday Night Flights on wavy.com.
All right, let's head back to the beach to Tallwood, who are hosting First Colonial. Tallwood in purple, and they're going to come out with a little trickery tonight. Check out the halfback pass from Daquan Parker to Will Howard. Now, how did the wet weather affect the play tonight? Well, you got to check out this great run by senior running back Tori Matthew. Look at this. He spins his way inside the 10-yard line. But watch the ball. Whoop! Pops out. Fumble on the play. First Colonial falls on it. So the Patriots have the ball now in their own end zone. Okay? Ball's still wet, right? Well, here's why. Another fumble. Jalif Johnson is going to fall on it for the score. A school record 242 yards tonight for running back Tori Matthews as Tallwood pitches a shutout, 20-0 over First Colonial. Now, Tiffany, you were at that Tallwood game, and it was a very special night for the Lions fans.
It really was. And here's why it was so special, Bruce. Everyone was sporting pink socks, from the football players to the cheerleaders, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And breast cancer really hits home for Tallwood High School. Now, have any of your students helped you along the way?
Yeah, actually, all of them have, to be honest with you. It's amazing the support that you get here at Tallwood High School. These students are amazing. They write me letters and give me notes and signed a shirt. I have a shirt in my office that's got all their little signatures on it. It's awesome. And they're just constantly going, way to go, keep it up. So it's
great. That's great encouragement. And she is a 1-year cancer survivor.
Yay!
I know, and the best advice that she gives out is to have a huge support system, and she's lucky enough because not only does she have family and friends, but she has that whole Tallwood community supporting her.
That's a great story. Thanks for bringing that to us. In the Bay Rivers District tonight, Lafayette has been the dominant team so far this season. The Rams are undefeated tonight. They hit the road to take on the 3-2 Poquoson Islanders. We're going to pick it up in the second half, and the Islanders with the ball. Quarterback number 12, Johnny Price, with the rollout pass to number 87, Nathan Ward, for a Poquoson touchdown. Lafayette with the ball next. It's a quick handoff to number 4, Jaleel Gren, who takes it to the outside, makes his way into the end zone for the Rams. Look at the Poquoson cheerleaders having some fun. The Islanders defense try their best, especially with this fumble recovery by number 20, Logan Schwartz, but at the end, well, it was Lafayette's game, even with the home crowd supporting them. With quarterback Brendan McGinty leading the way, the Rams stay undefeated. Lafayette 38, Poquoson 7. Staying in the Bay Rivers District, Grafton invading York's homecoming. York's going to have the ball, and keep this guy, number 10, in your mind. Quarterback Garrett Jacks with the nice toss to Luke Gilbert, who makes the good catch to move the ball downfield for the Falcons. The home team fans liked it. Grafton with the ball. Ryan Heiser drops back and connects with Tyrell Noel, who breaks a few tackles for a nice game. This would be Ryan Heiser's night. Over 100 yards passing. Heiser runs in the game winner with 90 seconds left in the contest, as Grafton will get the win over York 10-7.
One other final from the Bay Rivers District. Bruton wins its 4th game of the season after beating Jamestown 27-6. Norfolk Admirals opening night highlights from the scope when we return.
Friday night also means hockey in Hampton Roads, and tonight the 25th home opener for the Norfolk Admirals. And man, did the home crowd get their money's worth. Norfolk hosting the Binghamton Senators. Senators on the power play, but it's Devontae Smith-Pelly with a shorthanded goal, his 2nd of the season. Admirals on the power play again. Alex Grant 1 times at home, 2-0 Admirals. And how about another power play and another Admirals goal? It's Alex Grant again, a first period hat trick for Grant, who had just 4 goals all of last season. Norfolk scores 5 goals in the first period in front of over 5,200 fans on opening night. The Admirals win at 5-0, and the same 2 teams play tomorrow night. Once again, the Marching Phantoms of Phoebus High School, the Friday Night Flights Band of the Week.
More final scores from the area. Kellam picks up its first win of the season by shutting out Kempsville 21-0, while Bishop Sullivan remains undefeated following the Crusaders' 45-18 victory over Greenbrier Christian.
The Southampton Indians get the 3-point win over Greensville County. The Franklin Broncos lose to Brunswick County 28-6.
And it was a close one between Surrey County and Windsor, and the win goes to Surrey County Cougars 8-6. Heritage rallies past Gloucester 21-14.
And that is it for another Friday Night Flights. Tiffany, it was fun, but do me a favor. Can you keep the rain away next week? I mean, you're a meteorologist.
We'll see what we can do, Bruce. We'll see. Well, I'll talk to Mother Nature for you. And you do not want to forget that you can go to wavy.com and check out all the Friday Night Flights webpage for the bands of the week. Great slideshows, the top 10 plays from tonight and past weeks, and all of the old Friday Night Flights.
Nathan Epstein will be here with the sports wrap on Saturday and Sunday. Don't forget the Redskins and the Cowboys, 8:30 on Sunday Night Football here on Wavy TV 10. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.